Brad Johnson here from johnson.audio, and today I'm going to give you a music production tip on phase alignment. Now, this is going to be something that's a little more technical. You might hear about, phase and being out of phase. And when you're recording stereo instruments or say a drum set and you have two microphones on one part of the kit, there's a potential for phase problems. And phase problems, what will happen is it'll make the sound hollowed out. And so I'm going to jump into a session where I have a multi-track drum recording and the kick in and kick out are out of phase. I'll show you how to see that visually, and then we're going to listen to it. So the things you want to listen for is that when it's out of phase, you're going to lose a lot of that low end. It kind of makes the sound a little bit more hollow is the best way to put it. And when it goes back into phase, you're going to feel that low end fill back in, and it's just going to have a more round sound to it like a kick drum should. Now, it's easy sometimes when you're in mixes, especially if you didn't do the recording, or even if you did the recording and you're missing that low end, to start pulling for equalizers and start trying to boost everything, and it might just be that you have a phase problem. So this is the very first thing that you should be looking for when you're looking at multi-track recordings. So without taking up any more of your time, we're just going to jump right into the session. All right, I'm here in my Pro Tools session, and I'm looking in on a kick in, kick out, and kick sub. And we're just looking at the waveform here. And the way that you can see if something's out of phase is you can see that this waveform goes wham, 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 and then this kick in goes up while the kick sub is going down. And you can see the same thing with the kick out microphone, and that means it's out of phase. These should be going the same direction to make sure that it's all phase aligned. Now we're gonna listen to it out of phase, and then I have just something that I can flip the phase with. I'm using this Little Labs from Universal Audio. You don't have to use this. You can pretty much any equalizer has a phase flip. I just happen to grab this one. And as you can see too with the kick out, it is a little bit off from the kick sub, so you might be able to use something like this to adjust it just a little bit, just to make it more in line. But this is like almost 100 degrees out of phase, which is really bad, and you're going to hear the difference. It's not a subtle thing. It's pretty obvious. So we're just going to listen to the track, and then I'm just going to flip in and make the kick in phase with everything else, and we'll hear what it does. Here we go. So this is out of phase. Now in phase. See, it just loses everything. There's no more punch. It feels thin. It feels slappy. I'm not doing anything to volume. I'm not doing anything. I'm just flipping the phase. So here we go. It's so much more punchy, so much more round. Obviously, it's not the perfect kick drum sound. We want to do other processing to it, but doing this one thing changes it drastically. All right, and so yeah, you could take that into drums, you can take that into multi-track recorded guitars, electric guitars, anything that has two microphones on the source, you may have phase problems. So it's really good to check those things first, because as you can see, it's not a subtle change. It makes a huge difference, and it's going to make your life so much easier if you solve that problem first than trying to use a bunch of EQs and all that kind of stuff to try to make it sound right when really it's just a phase problem. All right, thank you so much. I hope you got something out of that. Leave me a comment below if you did, or if you just want to reach out and say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. To all my other subscribers, I appreciate your continued support. I am Brad Johnson at johnson.audio, where I help you sing your story, mix your mission, and master your message. I will see you on the next video. Bye.